Live from the Channel 4 studios in Dallas and Fort Worth, this is News 4 Texas at 6.
Well, the people in Minnesota sure feel like they've been victims of crime. We have stolen their hockey team.
Jeff Crilly is there live. Jeff, how are they taking things?
Well, it's freezing outside, John and Julia, but I can tell you what, the anger up here in the Great White North could melt ice. I'll have a live report coming up next.
And if you think that there are no hockey fans at all in Dallas-Fort Worth, well, we'll prove you wrong just ahead.
It's a completely different game. It's so intense.
Well, the deal's been iced. Dallas is getting a Major League Hockey team next year.
But, of course, our gain is Minnesota's loss because their North Stars are becoming the Dallas Stars.
Jeff Crilly's in Minneapolis. Safe to say, Jeff, that people are not very happy there.
Oh, boy, you said it. They've known that this deal might go through for about a month now, but it's still a shock. I'll show you the front page of the St. Paul paper. The headline reads, "Oh, my Stars, they're gone." And the picture shows team owner Norman Green handing out jerseys to the Dallas City Council. I'll tell you what, folks, it's about 20 degrees outside in Minnesota right now, but blood here is boiling.
6, our KFAN Sports Time. Our number's 989-1130.
All sports talk radio station KFAN in Minneapolis takes live local calls from listeners on any sports subject. But these days, the only thing Minnesota sports fans want to talk about is the North Stars.
So to blame this on anybody except Norm Green is completely wrong.
And hockey fans are wearing their anger. Norm Greed T-shirts are the hottest souvenirs in town. This store can barely keep them in stock.
They're buying 2, 3 at a time, and just a shirt, that's it. They're in and out in 2 minutes.
Diane Reeder bought 3 shirts.
If you could say something to Norm Green, what would you say right now?
I wouldn't be able to say it now.
Not on television?
That's right.
A lot of anger up here. I'll show you the back of these Norm Greed T-shirts. They list the top 10 reasons for him moving the team to Dallas, and the #1 reason is owner thinks he's God and wants to be closer to religious cults in Waco. So it's a very timely shirt. A lot of anger up here in the north, and everybody knows that the Stars are coming to Dallas, but the question now is, will Dallas be going to the Stars? Brett Shipp joins us live from the newsroom with that story.
Well, Jeff, at least one man is convinced the Stars will shine, owner Norm Green. Now it's his job to convince everyone else. Only hours after the move became official, we find owner Norm Green out schmoozing with the locals. Here, restaurateur Pete Dominguez gets a lesson in hockey over lunch. Let's see what he learned. What's the blue line?
The blue line, I don't know.
But even in hockey, turnabout is fair play.
What's an offside?
Offside? It's when, help me here. The question here, will this basic ignorance of the game hurt its popularity?
Open cutting, beautiful goal!
What's exciting up north must surely be a hit here in the south. Just ask the folks at the ice rink.
I play all sports, baseball, all of it. Hockey is the most intense. It's just constantly going and everything.
The prospect of big league hockey even has the folks at Prestonwood Mall starting a hockey class tonight.
We'll be teaching power skating, hockey skating type thing. We'll ultimately be learning some stick work and that type of thing.
The type thing that's not just for the young.
I am delighted they're coming to Dallas. I love hockey and I plan to go.
But there are those who are ready to put the whole idea on ice.
Don't we already have a professional team here, the Freeze?
Yeah, but doesn't it always seem that they don't get along with their opponents very well? All seriousness, John and Julia, I think the difference between major and minor league hockey is that the minor leaguers take their gloves off when they fight, and the Stars, I hear, will leave theirs on. Not sure about that.
You learned something after all those years in the league, Brett. Thanks very much. Of course, the owner will be with us. Norm Green joins us live a bit later in sports.
We're looking forward to talking to him. And speaking of which, it may or may not be hockey country. It's sure going to feel like it, though, the next couple days.
Mike Berger has a frosty forecast coming up.
I'm Craig James. Coming up next in sports, the man responsible for bringing the North Stars to the Metroplex. He'll be our guest live right here at Channel 4. Norman Green of the Minnesota North Stars.
That I'm very, very proud and excited to present to Dallas the National Hockey League.
All right. So there you have it. The Minnesota North Stars will become the Dallas Stars beginning in October this year when hockey starts back. The Stars will be playing at Reunion Arena, and all thanks to this man joining me now, the owner of the Stars, Norman Green. You got to kind of feel like a politician. I see you in all the talk shows, all the TVs. How you feeling?
Well, I feel like a salesman. And And it's working. The response we've had for season ticket inquiries at the Sports Commission has been phenomenal. Far greater than I thought it would happen.
A lot of folks have heard your feelings about coming to the Metroplex. What about the NHL? How are the other owners around the league talking about it?
Well, they're pretty excited. They know how hard we work to make it work in Minnesota. They know the previous owners work hard and it didn't quite work, and they're very supportive. And they're excited about us being able to take our franchise into this big market with the kind of excitement that's here. And it opens up a further dimension of the Sun Belt for hockey. And I think most of them really appreciate the tremendous potential that this offers.
You talk about potential. This North Stars team is a good one, but since the talks with the Dallas area started, the team's kind of struggled. In the last 14 games, the Stars have won only 4 games. But before that, the team was playing really well. And I guess the question is, do you feel like that it's affected the team, all these conversations?
Well, as a matter of fact, we had, before this, the controversy of us moving came up, because we had the best road record of anybody in the NHL. We were the best protection against the power play, better than anybody else in the NHL. So we had a team that was just starting to move up the ladder. And then when this came up, all the media really peppered these boys with the questions about moving, and what about your family, what do you think, is this the right thing for you to be doing to our community? And it was very tough on them. We had a chat, the general manager and the coach and I, and with the team, and discussed it with them, told the players the issue of moving is ours, the issue of winning is yours, and you need to deal as professionals on the ice, and we understand the sensitivity they're going through, but they're professionals, they must put themselves above that. And the response by the kids was great, and they won the next game out, and they play again tonight, and if they win, I think the feeling is that we should be okay now, that we get this behind us, the decision is done, and we start building. They're excited about coming to Dallas.
Well, we're glad to have you here. I know a lot of fans on the streets are talking about it right now, and I appreciate you taking the time to join us. I look forward to visiting with you down the road.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, Norman Green, the owner of the Stars. Now.
You're watching Channel 5, the Texas News Channel. Now, Mike Snyder, Gene McGarry, Scott Murray on sports, and meteorologist David Finfrock. Live, this is Texas News 5 at 6.
The day after Norm Green made it officially official, that the Minnesota North Stars are headed here to Dallas. Norm Green took a tour of the city of Dallas today, making the rounds at lunchtime, lunching today at his newfound favorite cuisine, Tex-Mex food. At Los Vaqueros restaurant in Highland Park, Norman Green already learning how to be a Texan today.
Yeah, I do. Maybe having a cheese enchilada kind of indoctrinated me, but I do feel like a Dallasite, and I live in Calgary all my life, and Calgary and Dallas are very similar, energy-based, Western culture, and so I don't feel uncomfortable at all.
Yeah, you think your players can get accustomed to eating Mexican food?
Well, I don't know. You know, curiously, it's a question I've never asked them, but I suspect they're going to have to.
More on the North Stars at 10. Mike, and the Rangers win in Florida again today. Highlights at 10.
All right.
Working in the spirit of Texas, from WFAA-TV, this is News 8 at 6.
As the song says, he's the new kid in town, and everybody loves him.
Well, and he is loving this, too.
Yeah.
Having a great time was all about town today, and did have a great one. The days, weeks, and months that led up to the announcement last night that the Minnesota North Stars are moving to Dallas, though, were filled with doubt that this would ever happen. Now the doubt has been replaced with this. Action and excitement out on the streets. Owner Norman Green making the rounds about town, gauging support, talking up his team, now your team, and beginning preparations for the move that will actually happen.
But today I talked to Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the National Hockey League, and I said, Gary, the deal's done. We're going to make this one of the best franchises in the National Hockey League.
You got people yelling already.
Nice. And he said, I hope so. And I said, Gary, you can count on it. And he's very pleased, because this is a very important location for the hockey. Now we have 6 teams in the Sun Belt, and with California, Florida before, and now Texas, that's a very important thing for our future growth of the franchise.
Live from the Channel 4 studios in Dallas and Fort Worth, this is News 4 Texas Night Beat.
Back at home, it's for real. The Minnesota North Stars are moving to Dallas.
Still to be answered, will these stars shine big and bright deep in the heart of Texas? Folks at Prestonwood Mall believe so, and they're starting to conduct hockey classes. Those who already love the game are excited. But what about those who aren't yet big fans?
If it's a good team, I think anyone that likes sports will go watch any competitive team. And if the price is competitive, we would be a part of it, yeah.
The average price of a ticket, in case you're wondering, will be about $25. Minnesotans, or is that Minnesotians, certainly aren't happy about the move.
North Stars owner Norm Green responds later in sports. But first, it certainly feels like Minnesota here. Mike Berger joins us with a rainy and a cold forecast when we come back. But first, look out. Craig James has his new hockey stick. He's ready for action. Next in sports.
Hockey. Might as well get used to it because the NHL is on its way to the Metroplex. The Minnesota North Stars. Dallas Stars sounds better. Our Stars were in action tonight playing the Vancouver Canucks. Get your blades ready. Your blades, that is. Stars owner Norman Green's in Dallas at Christie's watching his team play. But Star fans back in Minneapolis are taking shots at Mr. Green for leaving. Hey, Norman, we love you here, partner. We got pro hockey coming to Dallas-Fort Worth, and those Stars are looking strong as they beat Vancouver tonight 4-3. Now, the big question for fans has been ticket prices. Next season, your Stars ticket will average $27 a pop, on par with the Cowboys and just a little more expensive than the Mavericks tickets. None of them compared to an entrance to a Rangers game. So, in the middle of this football belt, how does Mr. Green feel about getting pigskin fans in the ice arena?
But there are, as we've found out, a tremendous amount of hockey fans. Doesn't exclude them from also being football fans, and I don't think that football fans need to be excluded from being hockey fans. And I think that we'll find in this huge market of 4.5 million people, plenty of fans that will be able to support all the sports. As a matter of fact, in a strong sports market like this, there's no reason why the more successful each franchise is, the more fans become supportive of the teams.
Here's why you pay a lot of money for a ticket. $27, no big deal. This is a slap shot. This is unbelievable. This thing's coming 110 miles per hour. Where's my mitt? Dude, 110 miles per hour. Watch out the sweep. Oh, I'm out of your way, partner. I'm sorry about that. What a move. I'm back on the ice. I'm open. Poosh, I couldn't do that on grass. What a shot. Now, you can go there and propose to somebody. Forget it. Let's go to the fight. Where's my... I'm out of here. They're going to kill me. If you don't like hockey, you'll definitely enjoy the fist fights. It's worth the price of the ticket. Well, I've made it out of there.
You're watching Channel 5, the Texas News Channel. Now, Mike Snyder, Jane McGarry, Scott Murray on sports, and meteorologist David Finfrock. Live, this is Texas News 5 at 10.
And the newest Dallas site was watching what else but a little hockey tonight. At Christie's Sports Bar in Dallas, Mr. and Mrs. Norm Green watching their Dallas Stars disguised as the Minnesota North Stars against Vancouver, Minnesota's Dave Gagne. I've been calling this guy Dave Gagner all season, but got to learn these hockey names. That's a goal for the Dallas Stars. Dave Gagne, 4-3. Dallas wins tonight. I guess we can call him Dallas.
Yes, we can call him Dallas, at least for now. All right, thanks, Bill.
Working in the spirit of Texas, from WFAA-TV, this is the News 8 Update.
And are there really enough potential fans in North Texas to make big-time hockey a success in Dallas? We'll have some answers. Stay with us.
Day one of the Dallas Stars, also the start of the honeymoon between the city and Norman Green. His team may be having an average season as the Minnesota North Stars, but as the Dallas Stars, so far they've had a perfect year. Susie Woodhams with the Owner's Day.
Matching your outfit here. This is what we do for future season ticket holders.
Norm Green isn't running for office yet.
Well, Mr. Green, could I get you to sign this? We have a
But he is doing his best to woo the city that wooed him into moving his National Hockey League team out of Minnesota and into Reunion Arena.
I know you're not, but you're probably the head of it. You could probably write right across it.
For the last year, we've been putting out fires and wondering how we're going to make this thing work. And now with the excitement of building in the future, it's a very exciting time.
Over a plate of his favorite, cheese enchiladas. The Stars owner didn't waste time hiring Jeff Moore from the Dallas International Sports Commission to help him set up shop. Good PR move to eat Mexican food?
It doesn't matter if it's PR or not. He every meal that I've been with him is cheese enchiladas, and it's I thought that at first that the relocation was just a masquerade in the search of the perfect enchilada. You don't have to be with him for more than a minute to know that he's very emotional and loves the team, loves the sport, and the people buy into it. It's a lot like Jerry Jones when he came here without the baggage.
Certainly, the Cowboys are proof that the best way to win over this town is to win. But although Green Stars are 32-27-9, they've only won 4 of their last 14 games since the All-Star break.
Well, they won the last game. The slump, I think, there was a lot of pressure back in Minnesota. The press were on them every single day, and they were not talking hockey. They were only talking about, do you really want to go down to where people don't know anything about hockey, and why would you want to leave your home? And it was a tough thing for the guys to deal with. And the conversation I had with the players was, boys, that's got nothing to do with how you perform.
Norm Green seems to be taking Dallas by storm, but only time will tell if Dallas takes to his Stars. Susie Woodhams, Channel 8 Sports.
Well, since the announcement, the Stars are 1-0. They beat Vancouver tonight.
Good deal. Maybe it's a roll.
Let's hope so.
Thank you, Brian. Snell.
This is KTVT, Channel 11, Fort Worth, Dallas. And now, Mitch Hill, Ken Malloy, Kurt Menefee on sports, and meteorologist Bob Guzman in the weather. This is the 9 o'clock news.
In much happier news, after months of wheeling and dealing, Dallas gets a major hockey league team. The Minnesota North Stars will now be the Dallas Stars.
How about that? All this came to a head just last night, and tonight we have team coverage. We begin with, who else? Sports Director Kurt Menefee. Kurt, team owner Norm Green's got to be pretty happy about the move, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's the minute question of the day. Is he happy? Of course he is happy. You know, it seems almost that this is old news that the Stars are coming to town. But as you said, just last night, it became as close to official as it possibly can. Of course, the City Council has to vote in full on Wednesday. Now, owner Norm Green isn't waiting till next season to get a handle on the Big D. One reason, though, is that he just couldn't wait to get out of Minnesota.
The last year, we've been putting out fires and wondering how we're going to make this thing work. And now with the excitement of building in the future, it's a very exciting time.
Those little fires are still burning strong in Minnesota, as the anti-Green sentiment has left many a fan red with anger, despising the man who took their team and brought it south.
There's no doubt that when you leave a community, you can't be popular. No matter how much you did right, you can't be popular, and I recognize that. And I really think what's going to happen in Minnesota is that there'll be some introspective thinking, saying to themselves, I hope, did we do everything possible? And if we didn't, what should we do right next time? And I hope it happens that way. I know we did everything that we possibly could to make it work, and it didn't.
Could I get you to sign this?
Apparently, the locals don't seem to care what Minnesotans think, especially since he's about to become their neighbor. And the man who made his millions in real estate could really use an agent right about now.
We don't know Dallas too well, and so we're looking to rent for a year so that we can really select where we want to be and the kind of house we want to do. And
in truth, Green's looking for help in more areas than just real estate these days.
We're having a contractor come in tomorrow that has had some experience in building practice facilities. So we're moving very rapidly on that. And we do need some office space, and I do need somebody to help me with the phones. It's been rather hectic.
So it sounds like if you need a job, just dial 1-800-ASK-NORM, something like that. But of course, as we said, the North Stars are becoming the Dallas Stars this fall. They are looking to build a practice facility. One rumor had it that they were going to practice at the North Texas Ice Arena in Irving. He says, well, that's not necessarily true. That may go if they can't build a facility downtown, because that's where they want to practice. Coming up later in sports, though, we'll hear live from the man himself, Norm Green, so you won't have to rely on what I have to say about him.
All right.
All right, then.
Look forward to that. Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt. The city of Dallas has scored a goal by bringing the Stars to Dallas. 9 o'clock news reporter Rhonda Guest continues our team coverage with a look at how professional hockey will pay off. for Dallas.
You can come down and watch them.
There is reason to cheer in Irving at the North Texas Ice Skating Rink. This will be the practice rink for the Dallas Stars hockey team, and that has these junior players and other people talking.
My stepdad just bought me these skates, and I've been out here skating.
Irving will benefit, but the cheering really gets loud when you get to Dallas. When the Stars play at Reunion in October, they'll help generate cold, hard cash for the Metroplex. The total estimated economic impact for Dallas is $31 million per year. That comes from hotel stays, restaurants, transportation, sales tax, alcoholic beverage tax, and purchases within Reunion Arena. Professional hockey will be a real change for Reunion Arena, but getting the Stars here is only the first step. The real challenge will be getting the fans in to fill up these seats.
We hope for sellouts. The schedule is 41 regular season games. From our experience in the exhibition games we've had here, there's a big demand for the sport.
Such a demand that officials here don't think they'll have any trouble filling up 16,000 seats per game. In addition to the $31 million economic benefit, city officials say a spin-off effect will create additional jobs.
And I think it adds to the entertainment value that this Metroplex has to offer for people not only that are residents here, but certainly for people that are looking to move and relocate into the area, whether it be corporations or individuals.
The junior hockey peewees aren't giving much thought to economic benefit, but they'll soon have a pro team to watch, and that has them thanking their lucky stars. Rhonda Guess for the 9 o'clock news.
Ticket prices will range from $15 to $40 a game.
Well, there's no doubt the new Texas hockey team will mean both money and prestige for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The move from Minnesota means Texans will be doling out some of that money. So what do Texans think about all this?
I'm glad they're coming. It's about time they get real hockey here in Dallas and Fort Worth.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful. I love hockey. We went to the exhibition game back in this fall.
I will take you in to see the big boys. I don't know that I'll spend season tickets or anything like that, but I will take in a few games anyway.
Everybody here is ready to celebrate, but the city of Minneapolis is losing a long-time tradition. The North Stars have been in Minnesota since 1967.
Professional hockey has quite a big following across the country, and now hockey fans living in Dallas-Fort Worth can root for a home team. Almost 13 million people went to professional hockey games last year. Comparing that to other professional sports, almost 14 million people attended pro football games, 35 million for basketball, and almost 56 million headed out to a major league park for America's favorite pastime, baseball.
Take me out to the ballpark.
Rocking in to the Canucks London and the effect.
Yeah, well, they're here virtually.
That's right. Well, I guess you could say they were taking on Vancouver tonight in Saskatoon, one of those neutral site games. You could say they were fighting mad.
Yeah.
And I guess tonight we are too, in a small way, not at anyone, but because we had some technical snafus, as they say. We promised you Norm Green live. Unfortunately, we will not be able to deliver on that promise, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of other opportunities to have Mr. Green live. He's already agreed to do it, so hopefully we'll get on with that as we get on with sports. You know, they have yet to play a game as the Dallas Stars, but the Stars did play their first game as Dallas's team tonight. The Minnesota North Stars took the ice for the first time as lame ducks versus the Vancouver Canucks. And I guess you could say we're keeping our foul theme for the evening. The Stars were down 1-0 in the first. Dave Gagne sets up in front of the net, but he can't get it to go in. Russ Courtnall does. That ties it at 1. Next time, Gagne gets it right. On the left side, he tickles the twine for a 3-2 lead, and it hasn't been much of a battle since then. Minnesota's Shane Cherlik and Dino Ojic kind of going at it right now, though. This one a close affair. In between second and third period, it's a knockdown, drag-out fight, 4-3 Minnesota on top. Well, the only man with financial ties to both Minnesota and Texas these days, Stars owner Norm Green spent most of his afternoon in Dallas trying to make some new friends already.
There you go. There you go. Looks good. The matches are up for here.
Yeah. This is how you initiate hockey fans in Dallas, huh?
This is what we do for a future season ticket holder.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll trade you a season ticket program for a lifetime supply of enchiladas.
That doesn't sound bad. Sounds good.
Looks good.
I think pretty much everyone in town has that tie now, with the exception of the three of us. He gave one to Steve Bartlett last night. Well,
This is KTVT, Channel 11, Fort Worth, Dallas. And now, Mitch Hill, Ken Malloy, Kurt Menefee on sports, and meteorologist Bob Guzman in the weather. This is the 9 o'clock news.
Monday may be D-Day for the announcement on whether big league hockey moves from Minnesota to Dallas. But today was definitely our day, rumor day, about a virtual done deal. North Stars owner Norm Green today said the fat lady hasn't sung yet, and he goes on, just because she started to hum doesn't mean she's going to sing. Deals like this have fallen apart, but this one is not likely to. Green also talked to the Texas Commission today about season ticket sales, and he hired 2 local people for his transition team. They include nationally known PR guru Lisa Lamaster.
Humming but not singing. Now, if the North Stars do slide into Dallas, there's no doubt it'll mean big bucks for the city. But what's it going to cost to get them here?